People can never believe that the guy in my videos is actually my husband, and we got engaged 4 years ago. So I decided to show y'all some of our engagement photos. Fair warning, our engagement story is kind of funny. Like, looking back on it now, Braden and I laugh all the time. But in the moment, it was a little rough. I feel like on social media, there's always, everyone's engagement, wedding looks incredible, but you don't always see the behind the scenes. Not saying that someone can't have the perfect engagement that they always dreamed of, but just to keep it a little real. Here was me about 1 minute before we got engaged. And let me be clear, this was not because I didn't want to marry Braden. That had literally nothing to do with it. It was I'll explain. So here's where we got engaged. It's called Enchanted Rock in Austin, Texas. And as you can see, it is very hilly. Basically, this was like a 20-minute walk up to the spot where we got engaged. And I was not aware that we would be walking up a mountain. And I also feel like there's just a lot of heightened emotions around events like this, engagements, weddings, gender reveals. And so I was already like emotionally at a 155. Like there was just a lot of emotions and excitement, but we had to drive 4 hours to this location. And then when we got there, it was just Braden and I I thought my family would be here. He thought I didn't want my family to be there because he had planned a party with our families. After that, we just had to drive back home to go meet my family. So it all worked out fine. We still had a party with my family, everything, but we just miscommunicated on details and a girl had to cry. I know y'all might be thinking this is dramatic and this isn't Braden's fault, but I had just gotten these boots. And so when you get new boots, they're really slippery. So walking up that mountain, I was practically crawling at that point because I didn't have any grip on my boots. And the poor photographer was so sweet and kind and was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And of course, Braden, he felt so bad. He was practically in tears because he felt horrible. And he had planned so hard for this and hired the photographer, found the location. He was like, I knew you wanted beautiful pictures, and I did. The pictures came out beautiful. And then he had planned the party with our families afterwards. So it was fine. But just to be a little real, it wasn't the most perfect day ever. And Braden would say that too. Now we laugh about it. Now we laugh about how dramatic, I was about it and the crying and blah, blah, blah. But